Let's talk about Wiz Khalifa's new video, Never Lie, and how it's actually an advertisement for his products, Wiz Khalifa Gin and Khalifa Kush, because this project offers nothing outside that. If you look at the song, the lyrics, the beat, and everything else doesn't make sense. What makes sense is he's trying to push products to you in the most distasteful of ways. I've already complained about distasteful product placements in my reaction video to Fat Joe's Yes, where he placed Fashion Nova and candy pens in ways that actually don't make sense. So this is another way. It looks like it's a route that these small rappers are now taking in order to make some money off the products that they sell on the side. So I'm going to be looking at that. This video is also an advert, which is probably hinting at the release of Wiz Khalifa's Khalifa Kush. It's a Kush strain that up to now has been produced privately for Khalifa and is unavailable for commercial sale. But if this video is anything to go by, he's probably hinting at it coming out. So I'm going to review this Kush and tell you what it's about, what it's good for, and what it's not, since this guy is selling. If you also noticed why this is actually more of an advert, it's a poorly done song with lyrics that are so shallow. The beat is just blah 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 blah. They didn't actually take time to create anything. If you listen to this song properly, you will notice that this is a perplexing Pegasus, which is not so cool. Race Remerge, remember that cool song they sang, jump in the Pegasus, keep the change if you heard me correctly. Yeah. If you listen to Perplexing Pegasus by Race Remerge and you listen to this song by Wiz Khalifa, Never Lie, it's the same thing. They did bite off the top. Now, also, before we go ahead, just a question. Let me know if you think that Wiz Khalifa is actually playing a quarterback or as a receiver in this video. If you notice, the video is about two frat leaders, namely Wiz Khalifa and Moneybagg Yo, who have got beef, and then at the end they become friends. I'm not going to talk much about that because it's so obvious and silly, but let me know in the comments below if you think he's playing a quarterback or if he's playing a receiver, because you see he's got that throwing glove when he's on that scene in the locker. While you're also at it, please subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, share this video, and let me know in the comments what you think Wiz Khalifa is in that video, quarterback or receiver. Also, it looks like the song is about beef, but it's not about anybody. Wiz Khalifa right now does not have any beefs going out, and it's definitely showing evidence that Wiz Khalifa is not going after Kanye West. I'm actually also going to be highlighting this. So basically, this is what I'm going to be talking about. Let me get to it just now. So the distasteful part about actually showing this Khalifa Kush and Wiz Khalifa Gin on this video is the fact that it's being shown in universities. Wiz Khalifa is basically promoting the drinking of gin and the smoking of Kush in university setups. There's no way that it looks any different. So the director of this video, I don't know what's up with his morals. Wiz Khalifa, we know, is not a very moral man, and this is the result, basically teaching students how to take alcohol and whatnot in universities. So this Khalifa Kush is what I'm more interested in. The gin, it's out already. Khalifa Kush, it might be released. So for you Kush lovers, I want you to have an idea of what to expect. Here are the ratings for Khalifa Kush. In terms of how it gives you, how it affects your feelings. It makes you happy, 65% rating. It relaxes you, 63% rating. Provides euphoria or feeling of euphoria, 52% rating. It makes you feel uplifted, 52% rating. And it's a creative Kush, 41% rating. So in terms of the feelings, it's okay, something average, nothing much to talk about. What it helps you, stress, it's got a 33% rating. Depression, 29% rating. Pain, reduces pain at a 24% rating. It deals with anxiety at a 20% rating, and it deals with appetite issues at a 15% rating. Now the negatives of the Khalifa Kush, causes a dry mouth at 23% rating, causes dry eyes at a 13% rating, makes you dizzy at a 5% rating, makes you paranoid at 3% ratings, and makes you anxious at a 3% rating. So doesn't have many negative attributes to it, but not that strong also on the positive attributes. So it's probably looking like a 2.5 out of 5 rating type of rating type of Kush, middle of the line. And he went through all this trouble to actually, do this for you. But if you look at the video, the way that it's done, it's probably low budget. So for him, advertising wise, It's not that bad. When I was looking at the video on YouTube, it was approaching 300,000 views. So probably for the 10,000 or so dollars that he spent on it, it's actually money spent well from a business point of view. But from a music point of view, nothing really. I'm going to talk about the lame details in this cheap ass video as we go on, so stay tuned. Okay, so it is obvious that Wiz Khalifa is not talking about Kanye West in this beef video of his slash advertisement, because in this video is actually the kingpin. And you know, when you compare Wiz Khalifa to Kanye West, Wiz Khalifa does not come out on top. If you look at the details on the video, from when they were signing people up with the pledges at the start of the video, you notice that he's got the trophies, he's got the trophy with the football and all that, and he's the one probably taking everybody on his side. If you notice the way people were pledging, they were more inclined towards Wiz Khalifa. If you look at the video, he's the one in the front, Moneybagg Yo is the one in the back. And you know, in real life, he wouldn't for 1 second think that he's better than Kanye West in all respects of rap music. Yes, Kanye West is some crazy dude, but you know, Wiz Khalifa is just not as good. So that's the answer for you there. He's not beefing with Kanye West. My question to you is, if this is a beef video aimed at somebody, even though like I already said, this is just an advert, if it's a beef video aimed at somebody, who do you think that he's beefing with? Might he be beefing with Alexander Edwards, Amber's new boyfriend? I don't think so, because they actually have been going out together as the two baby daddies alongside, you know, Amber Rose. She's so powerful, she's got a bitch niggas, you know, chilling with her like that. So let me know if there's a new beef going on with Wiz Khalifa in the comments below, and who he might be singing about. What I just think is the beef thing is just something that all rappers talk about. It's the easiest to rap about, but the main point of the video was to sell his products, Wiz Khalifa Gin and Khalifa Kush. That aside, let me know what you think about Wiz Khalifa wearing cycling shades with the whole base football attire. I mean, those were cycling shades, right? If they were not, let me know, but I don't think those are shades that are used in football. He had blue ones when there were the frat pledging discs. He also had the gold ones when he was in the locker room. And I'm also saying he's a quarterback instead of a receiver, because he's got one glove to throw with. Receivers, I think, would have two gloves if they are wearing gloves at all. You know, both quarterbacks and receivers wear gloves. I'm saying he's a quarterback in the video. If you think otherwise, let me know. You probably have better knowledge of football than me. This is a video which is done very poorly, with an agenda which is not the art of the video itself. More problems that you see in the video is the storyline itself. Even though the main point is frat leaders going after each other, then reconciling and having big parties together, it's not really staged well. If you notice at the start, people were actually doing that whole pledge thing, right? What I know about pledging in fraternities is it's not just about putting the money or writing an email. It's about going through a series of activities to show your loyalty to the fraternity before you're initiated. In this video, I only saw the signing of the pledge forms, nothing else to suggest that there was any initiation process taking place. It's just those details, you know, that people who are in that field would notice. So let me go on to some more lame details. Stay tuned. So here are some of the lame details on the video. In addition to what I've already talked about at the start, it's actually written Taylor University. When they showed that building, you can tell that there's some cheap computer graphics. These guys couldn't even budget for a banner to be put on the building or negotiate with somebody who would allow them to do that. So those cheap computer graphics, we saw them with Khalifa. Then the girl, probably the main video vixen, the small one looks like his girlfriend, Amy Aguila. As you know, he's got a new Instagram thotty that he got himself. I almost thought it was her at the start until I took a closer look. But Amy, I think you should be worried, because Wiz Khalifa was probably feeling that since the girl looks like you, probably tried to hit that. Let me know in the comments below if you think that Wiz Khalifa hit that, and probably why. Also, now looking at these guys, the whole frat leaders beefing thing wasn't coming out at all. These guys were smiling at each other from the start. You didn't see the emotion and the tension between them. So it just makes it a video that you just skim through, you don't take to heart, you don't think about. Also, my question to you is, do you know of frat leaders in universities who've got so many chains and ice around their necks, all those Cuban links, all those tennis bracelets? Wiz Khalifa had that AP with the diamond. Looked so nice, but Do frat leaders actually rock like that? Let me know. I didn't learn in the States. Those who learned in the States, let me know what you think about that. Was that a good detail, or it was actually out of character with the video? I really wanted to show the ice so much that even in the locker room, Wiz Khalifa actually came up with one glove so you could see the AP on the other side of his body. So let me know, do you think that it is in good taste for frat leaders to have all that ice around them? I think this is just details that were coming out showing how poorly this video was actually conceived. More lame details is the pledging. If you noticed, when they were in class, people were pledging to different fraternities. Now, what I know about pledging to a fraternity is more than just signing up. You sign up, then you go through a series of tests over a period of time to show that you're committed to the cause, after which you're initiated. The video did not show any of that afterwards. It just showed people pledging and it just went blank. I mean, if you're not gonna follow up on the concept, why show it in the first place? Then if you see the casting as well, why I say this is a cheap ass video, the people who were at the desk where people were pledging in their class were the same people who were with Wiz Khalifa in the classroom just before Moneybag Yo stepped in for the second verse. So a small cast was used. Same people. What are the chances in university? Same people registering people for a frat are the same people in class. Cheap ass video. Also, what you have to notice is the fact that there was that teacher in the classroom writing on those papers, especially the paper on the bottom of the whiteboard at the left. Nobody can see what's written there. I mean, play it yourself. You'll notice that it actually totally doesn't make sense. It was a very poor set. So at the end of the day, we've got a poor video, we've got a poor song, and basically, like I said, outside that, the main point was probably to push Khalifa Jin and hint at the introduction of Khalifa Kush to the public. I think Wiz Khalifa, if you're trying to push products on a video, put a bit more effort. Even though Fat Joe did it in a distasteful manner in the Yes video that I might link to this video if I don't forget, he did it better than you and probably got more exposure for his sponsors' products. So this is basically my reaction to Wiz Khalifa. The song is poor. I'll probably give it a 4 out of 10. Nothing new, nothing special. It's a copy of Perplexing Pegasus, the video. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. No imagination there. It's just basically an excuse for Wiz Khalifa to actually push products. What do you think about the fact that he's promoting the use of alcohol and kush in universities? You know, we've got issues with students and drugs, even though these are probably not drugs, but you know, we've got those issues going around in schools. What picture is he really trying to paint? So thank you for listening. Just subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment below what you think about the Wiz Khalifa Never Lie video featuring Moneybag Yo. I'll catch you in the next review, hopefully tomorrow. Bang.